making it. Um, I was going to get some music going. I want an intro, and hey, why not? Why not something from my own brain? But things happen. Anyway, I want to make this about young adult books, and I remember a time when you didn't have to worry about something getting too sexually explicit with a young adult. Of course, with the emergence, I say, I say emergence, but really they've been doing it under the radar for quite some time. But the emergence of the LGBTQ plus and all that other gay stuff, and you know that, so that's ramped up sexuality, and then not to mention feminism has ramped up sexuality. Even though you know feminists complain that we men sexualize them, yet now they've embraced that and pretty much write smut in their books, write or wear really short shirts or shorts, I mean, or tight shirts that show everything, or let's say, um, which I mean they've been doing that for a while, but it's all part of the trickery that they've done. And it's really ironic. You wear yoga pants out in public, and then you complain because a man whistles when you come by. Well, I'm not saying his whistling is right. What I'm saying is he may whistle whether you wear those yoga pants or not. So you might as well try and rethink a little bit on what it is that causes it. Girls don't have to sexualize themselves to get a man. As a wonderful Christian artist once said, modest is hottest. He is right. There's just something about that. Anyways, back to the book. So, all these issues have culminated into novel writing. If it's not somewhat sexually explicit, if it's not cussing left and right, and don't get me wrong, whatever, you reading a secular novel and it has cuss words, that's just part of it. That's gonna happen, and it's okay. What I have a problem with is now, like even James Patterson, it has become redundant to cuss. It's just this character cusses, that character swears. It's left and right. Have some personality, will you? Not everyone in this world curses and wants to say swear words. Not everybody. I'm not saying it doesn't have to be in there. Like, I think Christians get a little too hokey and unrealistic with theirs, and they come up with their own Christian curse word while in a novel. Just use the word. I get it. You're not gonna get published by a Christian publishing company. I can't. They're stupid. It's a stupid rule. It just is what it is. Anyway, but I also wanted to talk about, so you have these issues, and I get a lot of people aren't going to agree with me, cursing, whatever, sexual stuff, whatever. And no, I'm talking about young adult books, mainly, though. These are going on in young adult books, which, by the way, are in middle school libraries. We're complaining about the children's books that have all the LGBTQ stuff going on with it, which rightfully so. These are children. But we don't want to talk about the young adult stuff. We don't want to talk about the middle school books. And yes, I realize there's a difference between the middle level and the young adult. Completely get it. Guess what? I was able to get Harry Potter in elementary just as well as I could get it in middle school and high school. Not that Harry Potter was explicit in any way. That's my point. Harry Potter was really always more of a teenager to young adult style book. And I miss those days. I have an entire series by DJ McHale called Pendragon, and it's absolutely phenomenal. And it's for teenagers, or it's labeled young adult. It's fantastic. I love that series. I'll be able to read it until I'm 90. Lord willing, I get that far. But it's getting to the point where, are we going to be able to continue to have series like that? A good example is this book here. It's upside down. Is this book here, Jack the Ripper. Stalking Jack the Ripper by Kerri Maniscalco. Yeah. Probably butchered that name. But anyways, it was a really good book. Yes, there's a little romantic tension in the book. I think that's fine. You've always had that. But it's set in the 1800s. The language is really well done. Well, obviously, should be set. But the language is really well done, and it's captivating enough. She has another series that just went out in left field, and it's this girl character fantasizes and possibly even, I can't remember at this call, but mostly fantasizes about sleeping with a demon. That's where our young adult books are going. Sleeping with a demon. Like, okay. If that's your creative mind, whatever, but dang. Dang. I hope those books are only in a high school to a regular library where adults can get them, because it's labeled young adult. It gets pretty hot. Those scenes do. Probably should be an adult. Last thing we need are 16-year-olds grabbing a hold of that, especially in today's climate. I'm going, ooh. More enthusiastically, that is. But yeah, it's gross. And in no way did it make the story better. What would have just made it interesting if she focused more on the detective side of it. Like, it was just this girl trying to solve problems she was having. You just stick with that. You know, you add in the demons, whatever. That's a creative thing. It's secular, whatever. That's you. But the sexual fantasy crap. That's all I'm gonna say. But anyway, so hopefully we believers in Christ can start doing something to make it better, because it's absolutely redonkulous. Absolutely. But anyways, please hit that like, subscribe, and God bless.